Alright, now where do I start? You know, the Netflix adaptation got me tight for a few reasons. Mainly because, I ain't gonna lie, man, Lady is a character that I like very much. She's a character I feel very strongly about, based off the following clip.
どうしたんだ
Wait 1 second, man. I'm trying to find a good picture of Shotty from. Where's my girl, man? That's my girl right there, boy. I'm saying, wait 1 second, bro. Don't she look good, man? I'm about to bust! Oh my god! I'm about to bust! I'm about to bust! You feel me, man? Stop fucking playing with me, dog.
I'm gonna remember that name. I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking beat you till you're damn near dead in person, I swear.
And her representation in the Netflix anime, I feel as if it was a gross misrepresentation of her character, right? Some of the main points I have regarding Mary in this case, because she hasn't really earned the moniker of Lady. Absolutely not, especially what we see in the first season. I'm going to be referring to Mary as Mary, but DMC3 and 4 and 5's iteration of Mary, I'm going to be calling Lady, right? But the key points I'm going to be doing in this video are going to be how masculine Mary is, aggressive, along with her arrogance and her entitlement. I'm going to try and keep to these points, but here and there I'm just going to go off the tangent, go off the rails, and I'm going to start ranting. So those are going to be the main points I'm going to be addressing, and what I think they can do to fix it moving forward. Lady is way too fucking masculine in the anime. Alright? Now, in the Devil May Cry 3 game, it depicts Lady as a highly skilled tactician that still remains in tune with her emotions. She's not a robot. Similar to Sarah Connor in Terminator 2. I think that's actually a pretty similar comparison. These two characters that, yeah, they're highly skilled and they know how to kind of be stoic when the need for it arises, but they're still emotional. They're still connected to their femininity. You know, despite how masculine Sarah Connor can appear at times in the movie, she's still connected to her emotions. She's not hyper masculine, right? And her actions, early on were heavily influenced by her emotions. The catalyst for that being her father and what he did. Okay? Now, some examples include her firing a rocket at what appears to be a human, in this case Dante, for simply cracking a joke with her, right? That's some pretty unhinged shit to do. Which seems in line. Some of you might be like, well, that seems in line with how Mary is depicted in the Netflix anime. Let me cook, right? She was so blinded by her rage and laser focus on her mission that she lost touch with herself to a degree. We saw that. When we see her face, she doesn't have like this resting, relaxed, I'm too cool for school mindset. We see Lady's facial expressions in Devil May Cry 3. She's clearly motivated by a blind rage, right? She has like this resting frustration. As she kind of gets to know Dante more and more throughout the series, and throughout the game, Devil May Cry 3, I'm sticking to Devil May Cry 3 because it's similar to the beginning of the Netflix anime. Mary and Dante aren't familiarized at that point, and Dante and Lady aren't familiar at that point. So that's why I'm sticking to 3. Okay, 4 and 5 would be kind of a misrepresentation. It wouldn't really be applicable here. On the flip side, her femininity still shines through at times in Devil May Cry 3, particularly when in combat. We will see a more playful and relaxed version of Lady when she was taking on lower level demons, because she could do it with relative ease and she took fun and enjoyment in the process.
Welcome back.
She is very gorgeous to me!
Which is a stark contrast to the Netflix iteration of Mary. We see that when Mary is in combat, she's kind of like Rambo about it. She's kind of like, I'm gonna gun him down. She's like masculine about it. She kind of does it how Nero or Vergil would carry out combat. And funny enough, even Vergil and Dante in the games, they have fun in the process of taking on demons, but Mary's just fucking G.I. Jane over here, fucking Rambo. She's just, and there's nothing wrong. If this was a different character, I want to be clear. This is a similar complaint that people had about DMC3, Devil May Cry's Dante. That character was cool. It just wasn't Dante. You know, if it was like a game that was independent of itself and the character was something else, right? I would be able to accept it. I would, to a degree, be able to accept the Netflix iteration of Mary. It was simply just a different character, but this is just not characteristic of the lady at all in the franchise. Not to mention how she remained emotionally conflicted when it came to her father, the man that killed her mother in pursuit of power, right? That's what is driving Lady, and that's why she's so laser focused, right? And pissed the entire runtime, at least in the earlier chapters of the game. And she still remains pissed, but she becomes a more fleshed out character throughout the game. And I'll put some scenes here. Or my boy Bats, if he's the one that edits this, he'll put some scenes here. One in particular I like would be when Dante and Lady, they interact, and she comes across Arkham's body. And she has her exposition about why she feels so strongly about taking him out and stopping him as a threat.
He was obsessed with becoming the devil. So much he killed his own wife. For that he butchered innocent people too. He's the most vile kind of creature. To top it off, that filthy scum is my father.
Well, we have something in common. I have a dysfunctional family too.
And what would you know about family? You're a demon.
Damn.
This is my father. My family. This was all supposed to end by my hand.
That is something that Mary in the fucking Netflix adaptation would not have said at all. You know, and I'm gonna expand on that a little bit more, right? And I wrote here on my notes, right? However, the Netflix adaptation of Mary has me convinced that if she killed her father in the show, she would not only remain relatively emotionally unaffected, in other words, stoic. I guarantee you, if the Netflix iteration of Mary were to be the one that was to kill Arkham, right? If she were to finally get a revenge and kill Arkham and stop him in his tracks, right? Something that I'm sure Mary in the Netflix adaptation wants to do. I guarantee you she'd be way too stoic about it, bro. I guarantee you. We see Lady in the Devil May Cry 3 in the game. She's crying, and she even has some level of affinity to her father, right? She still sees him as her dad. I guarantee you, if it was Mary in the show, bro, she'd be cussing at him. She'd be hyper mad. She'd be, "Oh, I never needed you. I'm strong and independent without you." All this fucking nonsense, bro.
Bum broke bitch! You stupid bitch!
Stuff that is not characteristic of the character at all, bro. I promise you, if that's what I'm getting from this anime. That these are damn near two completely separate characters.
Are they both bad? Yes.
I'm sorry. That's not me talking. That's my Johnson talking, right? If I'm being honest, they both look good. You know what I'm saying? But these are two very different characters, G. You know, character-wise. One's feminine, one's a hyper-masculine bitch.
Dumb, stupid ass bitch.
But let me expand, right? Let me finish my point. So, my point was, she would not only remain relatively emotionally unaffected, i.e. stoic, but I believe she would go as far as to spit on his fucking corpse. I stand on that shit, bro.
You don't understand your responsibility? Like, what's wrong with you, dog? What's wrong with you? I'm about to go out. No. They don't ever respect his funeral like that, dog. Come on. You want to spit on him? Come on. Mind your business.
I stand on that. If it was the Netflix adaptation of Mary, she would have spat on bro's fucking body. 1000%. She would have spat on his body like we seen in the first episode. I think it was the second episode when the lady's introduced. What did she say? Like, demon spawn fucker? And then she, motherfucker, and then she spat on it. Like, just, who is this character, bro? This is not the same character, bro. This is not, yo, this shit got me tight. This is a different character with ladies' aesthetics. Who is this? This is, bro, hold on. Now I'm getting off topic, bro. I didn't think this was gonna happen. Now I'm going off topic, right? This is the shit that these modern woke audiences do. And listen, I get it. The woke mind virus, like a lot of people use the word woke too much. And I had some people talking, had similar talking points in one of my other videos where I was ranting about shit like this, right? And they're right. There's a crowd of people that will call anything woke, and they look for things to complain about and bitch about. I try not to be one of those people. And I do understand where those people are coming from, right? But y'all gotta hear me out here. This is as blatantly obvious as it gets. Who is this character? This character is hyper masculine. She swears every 2 seconds, which is just not characteristic of the character Lady at all. It's like, bro, they saw Lady. I know that they saw the source material, and they're like, nah, her crying and her being playful and all this. Like, nah, she's not manly enough, bro. She needs to have like hair growing from her chest, bro. She needs to be a dude. She needs to be a guy. Come on, bro. It's obvious as fuck what they're doing, bro. Gee, bro, they're putting their narrative and what they want to push, this G.I. Jane masculine bullshit, above good storytelling. Give it a fucking... Bro, this bitch overpowers Dante 4 separate times. 4 times, bro. 4 times. This is Dante we're talking about here, bro. Something that canonically, he's always beaten Lady in every single one of their interactions, without even trying. But 4 separate times she overpowers this man? Come on, bro. Give it a rest. It's Devil May Cry, bro, and in the promotional material, you showed Dante for a reason. In reality, bro, this is Lady's fucking show. You might as well. Lady, I said. This is Mary's show. This bitch ain't Lady, man. Get the fuck out of here. Let me lock back in. Let me lock back in, man. Excuse me. That will be addressing how masculine Mary is in the fucking series. Let's talk about how aggressive this bitch is, right? Lady in Devil May Cry 3 still remains playful and emotionally expressive throughout the runtime of the game. Characteristics that are missing in the Netflix's hyper-masculine depiction of Mary, right? I said this before, we still see that there's a playful side to Lady in Devil May Cry 3. She's very playful when she's in combat, and she remains playful even when she fights with Dante to a degree. Does she act like a bitch sometimes too in Devil May Cry 3? Of course, she shot my guy in the head. You got saved by this dude. And like I said, she still assumes that this person is human. At this point, before she shot him, she had no idea. You was about to shoot an innocent person that saved you in the head? Like, yo, no, like, this is a bit of a critique on Lady for Devil May Cry 3, though.
Bum broke bitch! You stupid bitch!
This bitch is crazy. That's some insane shit to do. But she later comes to her senses. She was blind about rage, and she becomes a better, more fleshed out character. There's no way DMC 4 or 5 Lady would do some shit like that, right? But I digress. My overall point was, Lady in Devil May Cry 3 still remains playful and emotionally expressive overall, right? Throughout the runtime of DMC 3. Even at the end of the Netflix series, where there should be more rapport between Dante and Mary, this snake still decides to double-cross Dante. Damn. There's no way, and you can't convince me. You can't convince me, even with the whole dark calm side plot, you can't convince me that Lady in the DMC 3 games would have betrayed Dante like that. You can't convince me. You can't. There's no way. There is no way. Considering how many times Dante has saved Mary in the Netflix series, and he saved her. Dante has saved Lady a similar amount of times in DMC3 himself. You can't convince me that under those same circumstances, with the Darkham side plot in both iterations, that Lady would have betrayed Dante. You can't convince me. But in this iteration of the character, that's how she is, and I think it's just a misrepresentation. And on the subject matter of aggressive, Lady swears way too fucking much. Damn. Alright? Way too much. Way too much. It's not characteristic of Mary at all. Or of Lady, excuse me. It's not characteristic. She cusses every 2 minutes. She swears like me, bro! That's just not how the character is. If that was accurate to the character, then that'd be different. But she swears so much. And she doesn't, it's not like she swears out of like frustration or out of like emotion. She swears out of like this masculine place. She swears from like an authoritative, aggressive place. Yuck. Bro, yuck. Yuck. Had my dick soft. Yo, bad boy, make sure you put this in the video, bro. Had my dick soft. Put an echo on that shit. Put a reverb on that shit, bad boy, if you wouldn't mind for me, bro. I'm gonna say it one more time, bro. Had my dick soft. Damn, bro. This is one of my favorite characters, bro. I think Lady's cool. I think she's badass, bro. Bro, when I was a kid, when I first started playing the game, I thought this character was cool. I thought this character was bad. But characteristically, this character is annoying as fuck.
Oh my God, Griffey!
I'm not jacking it, bro. I'm not jacking it. This manly bitch, this G.I. Jane, this transformer, if you get what I'm saying, man. Last point. This shit got me tight. I ain't gonna lie. This shit had me tight. Arrogant and entitled as fuck. That's my last talking point on this one. I'm sure Batboy already has a lot of really great points regarding dissecting the character of Lady. and also Dante, because I know it's going to be a full-on critique on the show, both good and bad. But to contrast both versions of Mary on my talking point of arrogance and entitled, just watch the following clips involving her exposition of Sparta and his sons, right? In the game, we hear Mary marveling at the sight of seeing the two sons of Sparta fight. And she even pays homage to the fact that the reason humanity was allowed to flourish was due to Sparta, right? She told the story in a way that both respected and acknowledged Sparta's sacrifice. However, in the show, Mary is extremely dismissive and disrespectful when narrating the story of Sparta. This bitch even goes as far as to say this, man. Have a look.
Sparta's the one hell dweller who might be worth not vaporizing on sight. He was a demon knight, whatever that means. Big bad warrior, blah blah blah. Served as the right hand of Mundus, the demon's king, 2,000 years ago when our world was still connected to their shithole. And Mundus wasn't happy just ruling the shithole. He wanted to conquer humanity, make slaves of us all. Typical demon shit. And I guess Sparta woke up one day and realized, hey, this is evil as fuck. So he rebelled. He fought against Mundus, taking out hundreds of his own former legions. Kind of the least he could fucking do, really. But even he couldn't stop an entire world of abominations. The only way to protect humanity was to seal the realms off from each other. He himself stayed on our side. Which, if that's true, he's been MI-fucking-A whenever shit hits the fan for the past few millennia. So maybe he is just another pit beast after all.
Y'all heard what this bitch just said? This bitch said he fought against Mundus, taking on hundreds of his own former legions. This bitch says kind of the least he could fucking do. Like, what? Bro, what? Kind of the least he could do? Imagine growing up in an environment. This is all you know. And you decide, without any allies or without knowing any better, that you decide to give humanity a fighting chance and you go against your own people, sacrificing your own brothers and sisters that you were locked in with to give humanity a chance. And this bitch says the least you could do? What? Yeah, bro, what? Yo, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, yo. That is some different levels of entitlement. Why are you writing my baby like this, bro? This is my bitch, and you writing her like this? Nah, bro, I'm not jacking it, bro. I'm not jacking it. Y'all got me tight. Y'all got me tight. Y'all saw the intro clip, man. Batboy, if you haven't already put the Goop Taco, shout out to Goop Taco, man. Goop Taco too, that's my guy. Go up to him, right? If you haven't already put the Goop Taco edit, man, of the live stream edit, put it here, bro. This is my shorty, bro, and y'all got her looking like this? Got her looking like a bitch?
Dumb, stupid ass bitch.
Damn. Critical damage.
Nah, bro. And I ain't even done. She even goes as far as to say this. The following exposition is, the only way to protect humanity was to seal the realms off from each other. He himself stayed on our side. Get this. This is where it gets bad. Which, if it's true, listen to the way she talks. He's been MI-fucking-A whenever shit hits the fan in the past few millennia. So maybe he's just another pit beast after all.
What?
Okay. No kind of, like, plausible deniability. If he was really willing to separate humanity and hell and carry its own separate dimension and give humanity a fighting chance, you could at least give him some plausible deniability that it's not up to him. Maybe he got jumped. You said hundreds of thousands, so don't you think those same hundreds of thousands might have taken his butt?
Yeah, what?
I gotta cut the shit the fuck off.
What is it?
But what is he doing?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Like you didn't consider that? Like, yo, damn, give him some benefit of the doubt, at least a little bit. None. Not only do you not really give him a whole lot of benefit of the doubt, you're entitled. Let's say in reality Sparta's chilling. Let's say he separated humanity and the hell realm, and they give humanity a chance, right? And let's say he just off of the cut chilling. He did enough. You would be alive if not for this man. So why do you feel entitled? Why do you feel like, he needs to do more for us? You should be grateful, you entitled bitch. Like, bro, that shit had me tight. Me and my brother, when we watched this shit, we were like, bro, what the fuck? What did this bitch just say? Hey, I'm gonna see if I can get my brother to give us comments on this shit too, man. Give me 1 second, man. Give me 1 second, boys. Since you've made it to the end of this video, be sure to join our Discord, link in the description, to stay up to date on all future uploads and live streams. The like and subscribe button are not only free, but they're also a great way to boost engagement in the algorithm and to get notified on all future uploads on the channel. So be sure to give the like button the strokes and subscribe to the tribe on your way out. Anyways, I'm out, boys. Peace.